Before we delve into the powerful aspects of solitude, it's crucial to distinguish between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is a feeling of isolation and emptiness that arises when we crave connection but are unable to find it. It often brings sadness and a sense of lacking. On the other hand, solitude is a conscious choice to spend time alone. Solitude is not merely the absence of company, it is the presence of yourself. The concept of solitude, or being alone, often initially strikes fear in the hearts of many. It's a common belief that living in solitude is not desirable. However, there's a deeper, more profound perspective to consider, one that reveals the significant benefits of spending time in solitude. Human beings are fundamentally social creatures. Our existence is heavily reliant on connections, communication, and interactions with others. Societies, communities, and personal relationships form the bedrock of human life. We are wired to seek companionship, to share experiences, and to find comfort in the company of others. This social inclination is so ingrained in us that the idea of being alone seems unnatural or uncomfortable to many. However, despite this strong inclination towards socializing, there exists a paradox in our nature. While we are drawn to social environments, there is also a deep-rooted need for solitude, a need that has been recognized and acted upon throughout history. Yes, throughout history, there have been many individuals who, at different stages in their lives, have consciously chosen to step away from societal engagements and embrace solitude. This choice was often driven by a desire for deeper understanding, self-reflection, and spiritual growth. A prominent figure in the history of solitude is St. Anthony the Great. He was one of the Desert Fathers, early Christian hermits, who chose the harsh environment of the desert for a life of solitude. These individuals distanced themselves from society to pursue a life of prayer, meditation, and spiritual discipline. Their commitment to solitude was not about escaping society, but about deepening their spiritual connection with the divine. The Desert Fathers, through their practices, laid the foundations for Christian monasticism, influencing countless generations in their approach to faith and spirituality. In a similar way, Buddhist monks have long valued the practice of solitude. They often retreat to isolated places, far from the distractions of everyday life, to deepen their meditation practices. This tradition stems from the understanding that true happiness and spiritual enlightenment can be achieved through inner exploration, a journey best undertaken in the quietude of solitude. The monks use this time to delve into the depths of their minds, seeking a greater understanding of themselves and the universe. The practice of solitude, as evidenced by these historical examples, is not about isolating oneself out of fear or antisocial tendencies. It is instead a deliberate choice to step back from the external world and enter a space of self-discovery and introspection. In solitude, we can confront our thoughts, understand our emotions, and reflect on our life's purpose without the distractions or influences of others. Solitude allows you a unique space to grow, to think, and to evolve. It offers you the quiet to listen to your inner voice, to understand your deepest desires, and to align your life with your true self. This alignment leads to a more fulfilling and authentic existence, one that is in harmony with your innermost values and beliefs. In today's world, there are many misunderstandings about solitude and those who seek it. People who like spending time alone are often misjudged. Some see them as odd or even suspicious. It's essential to clear up these false ideas. Liking solitude doesn't mean someone is unfriendly or has bad intentions. People who seek solitude aren't always like hermits or someone who plans something wrong. Unfortunately, these wrong ideas are spread by how solitary characters are shown in movies and books. For example, in The Lord of the Rings, Gollum is a character who lives alone and is seen in a negative light. Batman, a superhero, lives a lonely life and is often seen as dark and mysterious. In The Smurfs, Gargamel, who is often alone, is portrayed as the villain. These characters can make people think that those who like being alone are always strange or up to no good. But this isn't true. Enjoying solitude is normal and can be very good for us. People who spend time alone aren't always lonely or unhappy. In fact, they often choose to be alone to think, relax, or work on personal growth. It's a time for them to be with their thoughts, understand their feelings, and grow as individuals. Solitude can lead to creativity, self-discovery, and inner peace. Many writers, artists, and thinkers have found their best ideas while being alone. It's a chance to step away from the noise of everyday life and focus on what's really important. Solitude, often misunderstood, is actually a blessing with many benefits for our mental, spiritual, and emotional health. Spiritual growth is often described as the journey of self-mastery. It is the process of mastering your thoughts, emotions, and actions, aligning them with your highest values and intentions. Solitude is a powerful tool on this path of self-mastery. When you are alone, you have the opportunity to observe your thoughts and emotions with greater clarity. You can identify the patterns of thinking and feeling that no longer serve you and consciously choose to let them go. Solitude allows you to practice self-discipline and self-control, essential qualities on your path of self-mastery. In the chaos of life, you often accumulate stress, emotional wounds, and spiritual fatigue. Solitude offers a healing balm for your soul. It is a time for self-care and self-nurturing. When you are alone, you can engage in practices that nourish your spirit, such as meditation, journaling, or simply resting in stillness. Solitude allows you to release pent-up emotions, to process your experiences, and to find closure to unresolved issues. It is a space for emotional detoxification and renewal. In this sacred solitude, you can emerge stronger, more resilient, and with a deeper sense of inner peace. Solitude is like a retreat to your heart, a journey inward to the core of your being. In this retreat, you discover the true essence of who you are, a spiritual being having a human experience. You come to realize that beneath the layers of identity, roles, and societal expectations, there is a radiant and eternal soul. From a spiritual perspective, your heart is the seat of love, compassion, and divine consciousness. When you spend time in solitude, you can open your heart to love and compassion, not only for yourself, but for all beings. This heart-centered awareness transforms your relationships and your actions, infusing them with kindness and understanding. In the spiritual journey, the ultimate destination is wholeness, a state where you are fully aligned with your authentic self and connected to the divine. Solitude is a path that leads you to this state of wholeness. When you embrace solitude, you embrace yourself. You embrace your strengths and weaknesses, your light and shadow, your joys and sorrows. You accept yourself unconditionally, knowing that you are a unique expression of the divine. So if you find yourself drawn to solitude at times, don't feel guilty. Embrace it as a time of self-nurturing and growth. Use solitude as a powerful tool to discover your true self, unleash your creativity, and ultimately find greater happiness and success in life. If you're still with me, I just want to express my gratitude for all your support throughout this journey. I'd love to hear your suggestions for future video topics. And if you think this video could help someone, please feel free to share it. Wishing you a wonderful day ahead.